Greetings, fellow builders and excavators. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Whiskerwood. Episode 4. Building an Underground Mouse Warren. Hopefully I'm offered fertilizer soon as a supply reward. I should start looking to see if fertilizer's part of the benefits. Eventually you can make fertilizer, but again, tutorial, I can't. So you have to get it through purchase, usually through high shipment fulfillment. So maybe right at the entrance mouth, because there isn't a mountain high enough to accommodate row houses, we can build, well no, it should work out. Yeah. We can build the row houses in that spot. It's gonna take a lot of money though. It's gonna take a lot of money. It's why I was kind of hesitant to initially do subterranean designs, because of the amount of money involved. Also, just like physically having nowhere to put the stone, like that is low-key also a problem. So our stone dumper is done. I'm gonna pause their work. I'm gonna move the old mining sheds. Hire them here. Move this. And have them join the underground town excavation team. My fires are about to burn out. These are probably going to be the final fires of the season, I'd imagine, because winter is almost done. To get those built. So tax collector's coming in 3 days, and as you can see, you run up a big bill throughout the winter. So 685 is like 4 times more than I've ever paid or something like that. Which is why at the start of the winter I warned you, make sure to have a lot of stuff that you can sell them, because that bill is coming. And not paying it low-key super pisses off the crowd. So unless you're willing to pay the high price of getting your city bombarded by royal ships, make sure to have enough in storage for that bill. Alright, looking on the horizon, we have got... Oh, no immigrant ships, come on! Game, you killing me. Oh, how the debt climbs. Do you know if the mountain homes are cannon safe? I don't believe they are. I don't think the line of sight matters. I could be wrong. But that's my guess. Still haven't even excavated enough for one home. Soon. Another thing I could do is to fire a woodcutter and employ them as a miner. They don't work as fast, but I've got a lot of wood now, and I'll just make that change. So yeah, if you're wondering about farming in the winter, there was one day where we had super high yields, but generally speaking, the winter didn't super affect the yield time, or the yield amount. And likewise, if I check the flax farm, oh, well, this idiot's been harvesting berries, so it's kind of hard to say. That actual super high yield day might have been this farmer deciding to just go hard on berries for whatever reason. There's a non-zero chance for that. Is it possible to gather items from the ocean? Like open ocean tiles? No, I don't think so. Like mining here? I mean, you would need a valid path. I don't really know if there's, like, resources to gather. As you can see, it's like just stone. So I don't know if there's anything physically stopping you from, like, landfilling to the point where you can excavate it. I'm not sure if that's a fully implemented concept of the game yet. But you could always try. Couldn't hurt to try. Another supply... Screw you, game. Why no whisker ships? Everyone here is happy. We're building out homes and I am going to fire another woodcutter. One of the reason for this is a little weird, but the reason for this is we're gonna end up with a ton of stone. And I have nowhere physically to put the stone. So I'd rather use the stone to fill the oceans than fill my stockpiles. Because I can't sell stone. So, I'd like to use it productively instead. Landfilling around. Because ideally, what we're going to want is right as we come out of here, we're going to want the, like bathing docks and cafes to support the local population. Do you have available homes? Maybe we'll attract rats? No, that's not how it works. It's a ship that that arrives completely independent of whether you have room for them or not. Good idea, but... Alright, I think we... Oh, no. We have one more tile there to excavate before we can start building a home. Well, that's not true. So, here we go. Plank row house. Right there. That was our first subterranean home. And it's going to chew up our planks pretty quickly. Winter ends tonight. Oh, even more gold down here. These guys are having... yeah, I'll just pick you up. They weren't able to reach home because they were just lost. They had a valid path, they just didn't take it. One thing we could do is, build another stairwell up there. Make it a little easier for them to ascend. So let's do that. I was hoping to wait for stone stairwells, but that's fine. There. Fancy spiral staircase? Yeah. Of course, it's like really slow movement. Taxes! Here's the big tax day. I am choosing to part with a bunch of fish because it's just filling our upper inventory. There we go. Large shipment. That gives us a schematic. It satisfies the crown. And we've paid our debts. Now the big question is, do we have enough money to pay off next debts? I might have to make a pause on excavating our underground warden in lieu of making sure we have minables to be able to afford the next tax bill. Because I've got about 10 copper left or so. Blueprints, wind chimes, and let's go with charcoal. Oh, they are mining the gold. So we'll be fine. And there's more gold over here to mine as well. This gold happens to be surface soils, but I'm fine mining that up too. I mean, something like that. Stone dump. Yeah, my stone dumper hasn't been doing a lot of work. I know. It's hard to micromanage a stone dumper with everything else going on, just because they're done in like a quarter of a workday, and you have to keep doing it over and over. Otherwise, they're like, "Oh, I have nothing to do," and it's like, that's fine. I don't care. Have nothing to do. Can decorations be placed on the entrance of the row house? Down here? No. Because it would block the doors. How's our warehouse space? 92 out of 233, 83, 85, 82. Yeah, I'm basically out of storage space again. You can see why I'm like desperately trying to say to use up the stone in a stone dump, because the 123 stone that I've got is taking up a lot of room. Almost all of my exportables are logs, and I'd prefer not to export logs if I can. Is taxes tomorrow? Yeah, taxes in 2 days. Okay. In that case... No, I'm fine exporting some logs, I guess. Ooh, that might be our biggest positive-negative spread that we've had so far. I'm blocking the path to the spiral staircase. No? I am not. There's a walkway here that goes straight to the spiral staircase. It's a subterranean walkway, but you can see they're actually using it, so. Was that the request for extra whiskers? No. Extra whiskers is a whisker ship. That's just like none are coming. Just RNG. Bad RNG. So the good news is, we no longer need manual fires. You know, it's warm up. So, no one's gonna die as a result of being frozen. So the modifier of chilly is about the same as the modifier of pollution, so we might as well just be a little chilly and save ourselves the raw resources. Oh, this dump is backwards. Still have not yet built the row house. Alright, I'm going to set one of the row houses to a higher priority than the other ones, so that we don't split the resources between the three of them. Two whiskers of purple. I mean, that's... They have chilled paws. They're a little bit... working a little bit slower, but it's not going to kill them. And they're like the farmers that are just far away from the coasts. If you really want, we could, like, put one fire there, you know, which is part of the common path route. I'm actually going to go ahead and adjust this farming area to remove these two tiles. There. How does clothing work outside of winter? They wear clothing. In the demo, there's only one tier of clothing. But, your whiskers want to wear clothing. Otherwise, there's a negative mood penalty for, like, ragged clothing, tattered clothing. Yeah, I guess a few of them are getting a mite bit chilly. But we're fixing it. What would have been better is if I had actually thought this out and put the fire near the cafe and the bathing. But, you know, whatever. They'll be fine. So as far as tax money for tomorrow, did we get any more gold ore? Tin? I don't think we grabbed any more gold, so I'll probably be selling all of my ores and some of my fish and so on and so forth, but all the same, we'll be fine. Still no whisker ships? What I wouldn't give for a stowaway, huh? And one of them didn't make it home. Well, that's not my problem. Go into the tax report and you can manually summon one? Oh, tax report. Oh yeah, you know, I'll dispatch a whisker ship. Thank you for pointing that out, I didn't know about that. And that costs row wax seals. Oh, so here's the tax collector. Yeah. Oh, you know, we have a lot of gold ore. We'll be fine. Claw delegation satisfied. And we hit another gold node underground where our houses are. Alright, so here's the whisker ship. Finally. Let's see. We want a swift miner and another engineer. So I'm going to do the 2 here. Giveaway timer's up. And we're pushing our population to the 21 mark that we have a quest for. This house is almost done. So the engineer, I'm going to have work in the sawmill. Oh, we got a smokery. Sweet. I'm tempted to get the stowaways, but I don't know what kind of personalities they're going to have, so I'm going to go against that. And instead get... whatever. Stowaways it is. Because the other two I didn't want. So we've got, of the stowaways, one can't smell, which is fine. They don't care about pollution. And the other is a pessimist. You... Pessimist... You're a miner, so you're like, I'm tempted to keep you, but maybe not. So where's the pessimist? Oh, I can't even kick them yet. Because they're, like, not physically here or something. But they're gonna get kicked. So. Raffle timer's up for name 3 of them. And then our current unemployed is a miner. Oh, no, that's the pessimist. I'm not gonna... Yeah, oh, so there is a miner who can't smell, so we'll employ them as a mining role. No, I think that's the wrong one. Then we have a strong shoulders, snores explorer. I thought I put name in the, yeah. Okay. The one that's gonna get kicked, so let's kick them before I forget to. Why can't I kick you? I'm gonna just, here. You live there now. You have a lot to be a pessimist about now. I've marooned you on your own island. You're welcome. Explorer. So we have an extra explorer. Hire them as a... Nope, wrong one. Hire them as a woodcutter. Nope, that was, again, the wrong one. What is going on? I keep clicking and getting the wrong people. There we go. Yeah, this is Pessimist Island. Population, this idiot. Chance to double the effects of negative thoughts. Yeah, I'm not really sure why they're unkickable, though. So there we are. There's the row house. And funny enough, Kadath moved in, which is a problem, because he snores. So let's put someone else in there. Laura, you're going to live in there instead. So Stone Shelter, nope. You're going to replace Kadath. And therefore, they're sharing a bed and not, like, pissing each other off. Now, I know I have some homelessness, so we're gonna race to build this other plank row house. To try to, you know, keep it from, people from being homeless too long. I don't think I'm gonna be able to build it today, but we'll see. The other whisker ship, you guys are... No thanks. Yeah. Didn't get the house built in time. They'll live, though. Oopsie! There's something... Actually, who got injured? It was Shona. Shona, you got... sick... because of frostbite. Despite the fact that... Wait, where were you working? You are working the sawmill? Okay. Let's go ahead and heat this area. Sorry to say I didn't know that in time. If anyone was to get frostbite, I thought the pessimist would, but I'd be wrong. Oh, look at her. He's like, oh, this sucks. At least your house is very well heated for the season. So Emmy, you are the cannot smell. Emmy is a good name for a mouse. Then we also have Guitarlin, who is our new saw. And last but not least, the Swift Miner, who is Terminal. Approval filled back up. No thanks to Miss Pessimist. Miss Pessimist, have you, you're still not, I still can't kick you? Fine, you know what, I guess I'll let you come back. Rather than starve you to death.
Whoa.
You're welcome. One might say you don't deserve our generosity, but we're generous all the same. Magnanimous to a fault. I have an idea. Miss Pessimist, you can, we'll name you too. Cathanon. Oh, sorry, Kath. You're gonna be our stone dumper. Helping out, Alamillion. So this only needs 5 more planks to be delivered. We're pretty close to having that done. All right, let's go back to the slice and start excavating more row house room. Keeping our miners nice and busy. How many miners do I have total now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could probably even get another mining camp if I wanted. I think given the taxes that will be levied soon, it might also be wise to grab some of the copper that's over in these hills. So we can pay off our debts. Our fake debts. That's right, Crown. I'm calling our debts fake. We still don't have this fire set. Let's try to cure the one with frostbite by actually high priority building that fire. There we go. So there's another row house, and we shouldn't have any homeless anymore. It will populate with those that didn't have homes. And it's cute. It's a little cute subterranean community here. Unfortunately, we're gonna have like the scaffolding. I don't think you can actually hide the scaffolding, so subterranean cities don't look very pretty as a result. But we'll try to make it pretty once the excavation is done. Why do I hear? Oh, it's the workday timer. Make sure Kadath didn't move in again. He didn't, but Templeton did, who also happens to snore. Ah, these loudmouths. Alright, fixed it. Switch Templeton and Bloody Death's bedrooms. So, chat, would you want to live in these little row houses underground? I mean, they are pretty. There's at least that to be said of them. And I am going to try to make them a little prettier. We'll do a small planter, a flower bed. I'm working on it. We can even have some trees down there, actually, because it's tall enough that it makes sense. Look at that! 323 to 79. No problem. Even though someone got poor sleep sharing a snorer house. I think that was just the temporary before I swapped them around. Oh no, Kadath moved back in! What the hell? Alright, Kadath. So if you have this problem, you can force them to live in a house like that. So now this is like bound to Kadath, so he doesn't keep snoring on people. Just to put a married couple together. There we go. Maybe you'll be less of a pessimist with your wife. Oh, it's tax day! Yay! Said no one. And a supply ship. Once I have a few more of the subterranean houses built, we'll push for expanding our population. Signposts are a beauty object, and they're customizable, which is kind of cool. So let's put a signpost here. And I think you can edit. How do I customize it? I forget. You can have them actually say stuff. Maybe that's not a feature. Another thing that we can consider soon is to construct a charcoal furnace and a smokery to smoke our fish for higher quality foodstuffs. There was a text bar when I selected it. Oh, was there? Oh, yeah. Cafe Ches. There. Five more planks for that last row house. Nice. Will the mountain town be called Moria? Maybe Mycia. M-Y-C-E-A. Where the Mycenes live. I mean, this is kind of like a Greek island. Gets a little colder than Greece, though. Just a wee bit. Alright, we have a connecting path now. Cool. Maybe what I'll do is I'll mine out I'm gonna actually move this path back one. It'll look better. And mine that out to connect the road. I still can't believe we haven't yet built that extra row house. I mean, these row houses take a lot more material. There are 34 material compared to the, like, 3 material of a stone house. But we don't have a lot of complaints, right? Hard labor is unavoidable. Life is full of hard labor. 8 in a warehouse is somewhat avoidable. Maybe we need to up our cafe, but mild pollution is just like, okay, I heated you. Oh no, I'm sorry. And the heating is going to go away anyway because it's like mid-spring now, and I don't need to be heating anyone. I don't think anyone's going to get frostbite. They might get a little chilly, but they're not going to get frostbite anymore. Another thing you could do is, like, as you can see, there's gold in the ground, is we can mine out this gold and then backfill it with the stone dump. So the stone dump works for mining shafts as well. Hardtack and tea works for me. Down. V. Nope, too many. VV. There we go. V. You can also just not fill it and just, like, plank it up. It doesn't really matter that it's excavated underneath. We have, that house is now built. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start phasing out the houses out here. So this stone shelter, bulldozed, and this stone shelter, bulldozed. How did Guitar Lilin... I assigned you a house. The way it's supposed to work is when you assign someone a house, they don't move. They get locked into that house, and she switched houses somehow. You see this little lock? Like, you're not... It locks by default when you self-assign, and I don't know how she, like, unassigned herself. But, whatever. Now, I am going to need to fill this spot, and the reason is if I want to build a row house here, this can't be a hole. So, I'm going to take the stone dump and fill that spot, because it also works. It doesn't just work for C-stacks, it also works for vertical mining shafts. I might want to fill this one too, just because the ladders poking out of the ground look a little weird. And that's just like a sheerly aesthetic thing that I'll commit to. Oh, weird. The mining shafts didn't go away, but that's... doesn't really matter, because we'll be building a house on top of there anyway. So is there someone actually stuck? Bloody Death, of course. If anyone was going to die to a mining cave-in, it'd be Bloody Death himself. That somehow doesn't surprise me. Alright, so the spots underground that I wanted to fill have been filled. I'll go back to filling in the sea. Uh-oh. I may have crashed. Apparently filling in the sea isn't appreciated by Whiskerwood, despite the fact that I've been doing a lot of it. Kat says, it doesn't seem like she wants to live with me. What can I do? Force it. The mayor decrees that she moves in with you. You pessimist, you. Alright, where did I leave off here? Vertical slice, so yeah, we're filling in this hole. Got it. And I think we can... Oh, I still haven't excavated that there. Got it. But pretty soon we'll be able to move a heck of a lot of people underground. And, Oh, wait, hold up. Don't mind that. I think I know why I crashed. I probably dumped rock on this person, and the game was like, yeah, we don't know what to do with that. You just... Okay. You! Get outside. I probably ended up forcing that crash, I'd imagine. Time will tell, and yep, it doesn't seem to have thrown a fit this time. Yeah, my guess is the game didn't really appreciate me dropping a mountain on a mouse's head, and it didn't know what to do with it after I had done that. Thank you for tuning in to Whiskerwood, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow mice kind.